Hey everybody, Shane Plays here with a quick spoiler-free kind of first reaction video to Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Went with some friends tonight. Had a great time. I'm going to go see it again in not in like 12 hours or something. No, less than like 10 hours. It's 2:30 in the morning now, and I'm seeing it again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon with my wife. We caught a 10:45 showing. Me and some friends did tonight. Um, Enjoyed it very much. Had a lot of fun. Even just standing in line, there was a great vibe. People having fun and geeking out. And then we caught the movie. And now I'm home a little bit after 2 in the morning. Wanted to record this real quick and then get some sleep and get back up and go see it again. This movie is fantastic. Really, really, really enjoyed this movie. So much cool stuff going on with this movie. And again, no spoilers, but there's some just really amazingly cool stuff. I feel like that it exceeded Force Awakens. Now, I liked Force Awakens. I felt that it was a really good movie. I was glad to get another Star Wars movie and another good Star Wars movie. Continue the Skywalker storyline, all that stuff. But this movie, it feels like the trilogy found its own voice. So we've exceeded Force Awakens. I definitely feel The Last Jedi is a more exciting, fun, and just a better movie than Force Awakens, even though I liked Force Awakens. But at the same time, it feels like this trilogy has now found its own voice, where The Force Awakens, you could really make the case that it hit a lot of the same notes as A New Hope, and in some ways told that story over again, but for a new generation. That The Last Jedi, that is not the case. Now, it does hit some of the same notes as Empire Strikes Back, which of course was the second movie in the original trilogy. The kind of the Empire rising and the heroes not, kind of what's going to happen. Is the enemy's going to overpower them and that sort of thing. So that's what people are expecting with The Last Jedi. And I'm not going to say if that's what you get or not, but I will say it does hit some of the same notes as Empire Strikes Back with The Last Jedi, but it doesn't kind of retell The Empire Strikes Back. It just doesn't. So much cool stuff going on. Fantastic movie. Really enjoyed it. I urge you, if you're a Star Wars fan at all, go out there. You see the movie, you're going to love it. Everybody that was in the theater loved it. Everybody, all the buzz I'm hearing on friends and social media, everybody's loving this movie, and I understand why. It's just really good. It hits so many great Star Wars moments and introduces new stuff, and it's just really good. And of course you don't want spoilers, but I do want to say, somebody on Facebook, after I got out of the movie, I was checking my Facebook, and this movie's freaking amazing, and letting people know, Twitter, all that, pushing out social media. And I read somebody, they were discussing that this movie is complex enough that if you get spoilers, it may not be the bummer that you think it is. Okay, now let me be clear. You don't want spoilers. I get that. And we don't want to be sending spoilers to people. I mean, we were joking around, but we were serious in line because we had to wait about an hour because we got there early to make sure to get the seats we wanted. And as people were coming out of other showings, we were like, no spoil. We love you, but no spoilers. Is the movie good? But no spoilers. And but we were half joking, half serious. So don't be spoiling for the movie for people, but it's complex enough that even if you get a spoiler, it may not affect your enjoyment of the movie the way you think that it will. Okay. Like I saw, without meaning to, a spoiler. I was like, I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. Maybe somebody's joking around. And it actually turned out to be something that was in the movie, but the way it was done in the movie, I was still just as excited. So there's some complexity and some nuance in this movie that maybe we haven't seen in other Star Wars films. And I do want to say, before I forget to say this, and I am trying to keep this video short because I need to get some sleep, and I just want to get right to the point. It's a great movie. Go check it out. This could possibly be, in my opinion, the best Star Wars movie we've had to date, period. And I know that's a big thing to say. So, and part of that's because I'm Jones and I just came out of it. It's amazing. But I think it really will stand the test of time as, if not the best, then a really spectacular Star Wars movie and ranking up there with the best. It just, and stuff like that, people after Rogue One came out or Force Awakens, it's the best one. It's like, well, you got to wait, for multiple viewings and the test of time. And you have to wait, catch it 3 years later unexpectedly on cable. How does it strike you then? That's when you really kind of know, where does this fit in the, the sort of pantheon of Star Wars movies or sci-fi movies in general or whatever. But right now, I mean, I'm just really riding high on, I loved this movie. There's so many cool things going on. I mean, just so many cool things, and everybody, all the major characters, get good screen time and get good development. And, you get new stuff introduced. And, I think there's like, in one of the trailers, it's, Luke was saying, this isn't going to go the way you think it will. And it doesn't always, there's some fake outs. And I mean, I know that's getting kind of on the edge of spoiler. There's some fake outs in this movie, and I'm not going to go any further than that. But having been a long time movie viewer and a long time Star Wars fan, there were several times like, oh, I know how this is going to go. And sometimes it went that way and sometimes it didn't. So just be prepared for an enjoyable experience. That's all I can say. Just sit back, enjoy it, and have fun. Just want to say I got my first Funko. I got Kylo Ren in his little TIE fighter, specialized TIE fighter. Kylo really developing into a really interesting character. I really liked some of the stuff that was going on with Kylo in this movie. And of course, Rey, Finn, Poe, other characters. There's a lot of great moments going on, but I got my first Funko, so I'm hoping I've either taken my first step into a more amazing world or I've taken my first step on the dark side, because I know that there's so much Funko and it can, really get expensive. But GameSpot, it was like right next to the theater, and I walked in and they were like, hey, if you buy this GameSpot bag for $2, anything you can fit inside of it, you get 25% off on collectibles. I'm like, okay, there. So I picked it up. And then Raver, the emergency porg, went with me to the theater. This is a harness that my friend Nicole made. I was actually rocking him like bling on Bring Your Porg to Work Day, which was yesterday, and then Raver went to the movie tonight. So that was a lot of fun. And I do want to say, I was complaining in another video recently about Snoke, saying that I thought his name was dumb and didn't have the gravitas and stuff that the big baddie of Star Wars should have. And I said it wasn't Star Wars Cocoa worthy. I mean, you got to be, look at this Star Wars. Something has to be amazing to launch this kind of product stuff, right? Star Wars hot cocoa. Star Wars The Last Jedi is Star Wars Cocoa worthy. I just want to say that. So again, in summary, amazing movie. Go check it out. This is a first reaction video. This isn't a full review. Maybe I'll go into that later. I'm definitely going to do a show on December 30th on my Shane Plays radio show, and we're going to go deep on The Last Jedi. But spectacular movie. Go check it out. At light speed. Really, really good. Again, fantastic movie. This trilogy's found its own voice. There's some nuance here and some complexity that's really good, really satisfying storytelling, and a spectacular addition to the Star Wars series of movies, especially the core trilogy stuff. And I guess one thing in closing I'll say is that I know, I've seen some stuff like, oh, this Star Wars is a little bit more morally nuanced. And that was one thing I didn't quite like about Rogue One was, the rebellion's the good guys and the Empire or whatever's the bad guys. And I know real world isn't like that, but that's what I want my space opera escapist fantasy. These are the bad guys and these are the good guys. And it wasn't, I mean, it's still very clear who the good guys and who the bad guys are. So I just want to point that out. But anyway, great movie. Go check it out. Again, could possibly be the best Star Wars movie to date. So even though it's The Last Jedi, I'm glad that it's not the last Star Wars movie or even the last Star Wars movie of this trilogy. We get one more to look forward to, I guess, 2 years from now. So what a wonderful movie to have this Christmas season for us Star Wars fans. We'll catch you next time on Shane Plays.